Good morning, friends. Myself, Professor Menga from Abasai Marathi Arts and Newcomer Science College, Rajapur District, Ratnagiri. Friends, today we will discuss the topic on accounting standards. Firstly, you know all about account and rules of account. Accounting standards is the commonly used as rules of accounts in the world. Firstly, we see the definition of accounting standard. Accounting standards are the policy documents issued by the recognized expert accountancy body relating to the various aspects of measurement, treatment of accounting transaction and events. The standards are conformity with the applicable law, customs, uses and business environment in the country. It is clear from the above definition that accounting standards provide a framework for the preparation of financial statements. They set the boundaries in which the following financial statements should be prepared. If there are no accounting standards, everybody will color his financial statements in the manner in which he likes. Hence, the basic purpose of the accounting standards is to have harmonize of accounting policies and practices followed by the business organizations. The financial statements of an enterprise are utilized by the different group of persons in the variety of ways. Each of groups of users of the financial statement have different and often competing interests. Some groups of users of the financial statements means shareholders, investors, lenders, creditors, customers, employees, authorities, and other government departments and agencies are used the financial statements. Uh, they have used the financial statement usually. Next, here we discuss the nature of accounting standard. The accounting standards issued by ICAI are recommendatory in nature in the initial period. The recommendatory period is allowed to smoothen the process of transition so that no organization will have difficulty in the confirming the standards once they are made mandatory. Once the standard is mandatory, it is applicable to all organizations whose accounts are audited by the members. In the case of mandatory standards, it becomes the duty of the auditor to see that accounting standards are followed in the preparation of financial statements. If standards are not followed, the auditor has to make disclosure in his report. In case of the failure of Chartered Accountants Act provides that the chartered accountant in practice will be deemed to the guilty of the professional misconduct. Accounting standards have no legal backing and hence are not enforceable on the public. The ICI depends on the members for the implementation. Some steps are required to make the standards effective by ICAI. Firstly, self regulation on the part of the business organization, legal backing to the accounting standards, publishing the use of accounting standards, avoidance of the duplication of authority. Here we will discuss the objectives of accounting standards. First, the standardize the diverse accounting policies, to standardize the accounting practices, to eliminate non comparability of the financial statements, and to enhance the reliability of the financial statements. Needs and importance of the financial accounting standards. The financial accounts are prepared from the books of accounts and other records maintained by the enterprise. However, on account of the factors listed below, statements can be on the different basis. Firstly, varying the complexity of the transactions and the interpretations of the transactions. And secondly, varying accounting alternatives available to deal with the accounting situations such as provision of the depreciation, valuation of inventory, methods of accounting, treatment of the certain specific items. In view of these factors, it is essential that financial statements provided to the users present a fair picture of the position and progress of the enterprises. The basic of the preparation of statements and presentation should be consistent and creditable. The accounting standards deal with the system of financial measurement and disclosure used to prepare fairly presented financial statements. These standards draw boundaries with the acceptable conduct should lie. In other words, they have provide generally accepted accounting principles and procedures as pronounced by the professionally competent organization. In order to be applicable, it is mandatory that accounting standards should be command greatest possible credibility among the different groups using the financial statements. Accounting standards suggest rules and criteria of the accounting measurement. Its formulation is a vital step in the developing accounting within the boundaries of the rationality and general acceptance. Here we will discuss the advantages of accounting standards. Accounting standards are advantageable to the firms, accountants, publics, companies, auditors, and users of the financial statements. First advantages is the transparency. Transparency means clarity of the financial statements and policies. Accounting standard provides the transparency in the financial statements. The users interpret the financial statements of different companies by using the same assumptions. Second number advantage is guidance. Accounting standards provide guidance to the accounts. The new accounting transactions arising from the technology such as internet sales, changes in the pension plan can be recorded properly with the help of accounting standards. Third advantage is the provide a benchmark. When accounting standards are used in the accounting, it becomes easy to see the upward or downward trends in the business. Investors and organizations can measure the performance of one company against the another company or business. Next, maintain uniformity. Accounting standards remove the variations in the accounting treatment and maintain the uniformity in the preparation of presentation of the financial statements. Next advantages is uniform the disclosures. Financial statements of the different companies disclose uniformity beyond the requirement of the law. Next advantage is the maintain business record. All of the financial statements are recorded in the systematic manner in the books of account. Hence, accounting standards are very usable in the maintaining the records of business. Next advantage of accounting standard is improve the reliability of the financial statements. Accounting standards create a sense of confidence in the minds of the users of the financial statements, and all users use the financial statements at the confidence means confidence are covered in the financial statements and through the accounting standards. Next advantage is help of the professionals. Accounting standards help the accountants and auditors to perform their works in the changing environment. They can perform their duties properly. Mainly, accountants use the rules of accountants through the accounting standards in their work, and auditor check the work of accountants through the rules of accounting standards. And last advantage is a determination of accountability. Standards facilitate in the determination of corporate and managerial accountability. Standards are the important for the assessment of the managerial performance. Hence, all accounting standards are usable for accountants, auditors, companies, and all other enterprises who prepare the financial statements in their business. Lastly, we discuss the disadvantages of the accounting standards. First disadvantages of the accounting standards: there may be a rigidity in the application of the accounting standard. There may be difference in the accounting standards in the various countries. The standards are required to be framed with the scope of the law. Accounting standard boards have prepared and available the 32 accounting standards for the public and users of the accounts. Firstly, accounting standard 1 disclose the disclosure of accounting policies. These accounting standards are mandatory from 1st April 1993 to the all enterprises in India and also world. Accounting standard 2, valuation of inventories, are mandatory from 1st April 2016 to all enterprises. Cash flow statements are revised by accounting standard 3 and mandatory from 1st April 2001 to the enterprises who are engaged at the level 1 and non-SMC companies. Accounting standards 4 revised at 1st April 2016, which deals contingencies and events occurring after the balance sheet date, and it is applicable to the all enterprises. Accounting standard 5 also revised on 1st April 1996, and it deals net profit or loss for the prior period items and changes in the accounting policies, and it is applicable to the all companies and firms in the world. Accounting standard 6 deals the depreciation accounting, and it is applicable from the 1st April 1995 to the all omitted firms. Accounting standard number 7 revised on 1st April 2002, and it deals the construction contracts, and it is applicable to the all enterprises. Accounting standard 8 deals the withdrawn and included in Accounting Standard 26. Accounting Standard number 9, use for the revenue recognition, and it is applicable from the 1st April 1993 to the all enterprises. Accounting Standard 10 are revised on the 1st April 2016, and it deals the property, plants, equipments, and it is applicable to the all organizations. Accounting Standard number 11 revised in 2013 and applicable from the 1st April 2004. It deals the effect of the changes in the foreign exchange rate. It is usable in the export business, and it is applicable to the all firms. Accounting Standard 2 applicable from the 1st April 1994 to all enterprises and companies. It deals the accounting for government grants. It is used for the maintaining of the record of the some government grants or schemes which is received from the government to the companies or the business or all other enterprises. Accounting Standard 13 revised on 1st April 2016, and it work for the accounting for investment, and it is applicable to all companies or enterprises. Accounting Standard number 14 deals the accounting for amalgamations. It is used in the process of amalgamations. It is applicable from the 1st April 2016, and it work for the all enterprises or business. Accounting Standard 15 revised in 2005 and applicable from 1st April 2006, and it is work for the employee benefit. It explain the rules of the employee benefit in the government offices and companies and also other enterprises. It is applicable to the all firms. Accounting Standard number 16 deals the borrowing cost and applicable from the 1st April 2000 to the all applicables. Accounting Standard 17 applicable from the 1st April 2001, and it is work on the segment reporting. It is not applicable to the all firms, only applicable for the level post and non-SMC business. Accounting Standard number 18 are work related to the party disclosures and applicable from 1st April 2001. It is also work for the level first, second and all companies. AS means Accounting Standard number 19 work for the leases and applicable to the 1st April 2001 for all enterprises. Accounting Standard number 20 earning per shares means these standards work for the share calculations, means income on the shares, and it is applicable from the 1st April 2001 to all enterprises. Accounting Standard number 21 revised on 1st April 2016. It deals the consolidated financial statements. Consolidated financial statement means combined statements of the two or more companies. Accounting Standard number 22 works for the accounting for taxes on income, and it is applicable for the listed companies and other than listed companies, and it is applicable from 1st April 2006 to all enterprises. Accounting Standard number 23 deals the accounting investment in the associate in consolidated financial statements. It is applicable from 1st April 2002. Accounting standard number 24 are work on the discontinuing operations, and it is applicable from the 1st April 2004. It is work for the level 1st, 2nd and all companies. Accounting standard number 25 interim financial reporting. These standards are applicable to the some required or prepare and present interim financial report, and it should comply with the standard. Accounting standard number 26 are work for the intangible assets, and it is applicable from the 1st April 2003 to the all enterprises. Accounting standard number 27 is deals the financial reporting of the entries in the joint ventures. It is work from the 1st April 2002, and these standards are required to complied with by an entity if the entity pursuant to the requirement of the statute or the voluntarily prepares and presents consolidated financial statements. Accounting standard number 28 impairment of the assets, and it is applicable from the 1st April 2004 to the level 1st business, and revisedly 1st April 2008 from the level 1st, 2nd and 3rd level business and all companies. Accounting standard number 29 revised on 1st April 2016 and deals the provisions, contingent liabilities and contingent assets to the all enterprises. Accounting standard 13 financial instruments recognition and measurement. It is to be continued and only applicable to non-SME business. Accounting standard number 31 deals the financial instruments for the presentations, and it is to be announced for the non-SME business. And lastly, accounting standard number 32 financial instruments disclosures. It is announced to the non-SME business. Today we will discuss the meaning of the accounting standards, definition of the accounting standards, nature, objective, advantages, disadvantages, needs and importance, and overall 32 accounting standards issued by ICAI. Thank you.